A partnership going on right now that deserves some attention. Scientists at Hutch Cancer Research Center here in Seattle are investing in kids who are experiencing homelessness and staying at Mary's Place shelters, giving them a new understanding and potentially a love of science. We are so happy to be joined by Savannah Cook, Science Education Project Coordinator and Clinical Research Technician at Hutch, and James Flynn, Chief Program Officer at Mary's Place. Thank you both for joining us. Savannah, I'm going to start with you. Hutch is a leading cancer research center. Where did this idea come from to get kids at Mary's Place shelters involved in a science club?
So I started volunteering as a science instructor at Mary's Place 3 years ago before my time here at Hutch. And from the start, I was just inspired by these kids, by their joy, their intelligence, and their resilience. And I wanted to find other ways that we could help them. Then I became a science instructor here at Hutch for our internship programs, and it made sense to me that Mary's Place would be a perfect merger for some of our other programs that were geared towards underrepresented minority students.
I love your vision when it comes to this. So we're putting some photos up on the screen right now. Savannah, take us inside the Science Club. How does it work?
So Science Club is meant to be a place for students to explore their own personal identities within a scientific context. So we want to find ways that kids can relate to science in a way that's fun and for them. So in this experiment, we're learning about density and the way that it can affect an object's buoyancy. And so we made some sharks out of water bottles and filled them with oil to mimic the oil that is in a shark's liver that helps them float in the water.
That is just fascinating. James, I want to come to you. What have you seen from the kids taking part? What do they say about the Kids Club?
Well, they're loving it. The feedback has been really, really positive, and we're excited to be able to continue this partnership. It's really unlocked a love of science, or a continued love of science, and has allowed kids to connect and have a great fun experience, even while kind of dealing with all the ongoing challenges of experiencing homelessness and dealing with an ongoing health crisis.
Yeah, and giving these kids just a passion, a love of science and letting them be kids. So tell me, why are these programs, why are they so important for children at Mary's Place?
Oh, this kind of programming, providing opportunities and outlets for kids is really, really important. The young people who are at Mary's Place, who are in shelter, are just like kids everywhere. You know, they want to be connected, they want to learn, they want to grow. And so we want to make sure that young people have that opportunity to really focus on being kids and building those connections and, learning new things. And so these opportunities really give space for kids to be kids. And we appreciate it. The work at Mary's Place we couldn't do without the wonderful partnership of so many folks, and really just want to say thank you and recognize the great support that we've had from the group at Hutch.
And I think there's a beautiful message in this, that we can support families facing homelessness by opening our wallets, but we can also give back with our time by volunteering and sharing our expertise. Savannah, have you learned something about yourself through this volunteer effort?
Absolutely. I've been learning more and more that, it is important to find ways for young scientists to bring their values and cultures and beliefs into the science field. There's so much diversity that's currently lacking within our scientific community, and it's the experiences of kids like these that are going to help elevate the types of research and cures that we can find for patients in the future.
I gotta say, I think what you are doing is incredible. Thanks to both of you for lifting up these families who really could use our support. And this is just one of many amazing programs being offered by Mary's Place to get local families out of tents and out of their cars and back into stable housing. By the way, if you would like to help, just go to marysplaceseattle.org. Savannah and James, thanks so much.
All right, let's switch gears and talk about your forecast.